G'day, amazing me. How are you? Oh, you look lovely today. Yes, very fetching. I am going to have a chat about red lipstick. Red lipstick is one of those things that I struggle with. I've never really been drawn to a strong, bold lip. I've always preferred a bold eye and a neutral lip. And I think part of that is to do with the fact that when I was a child at school, I got bullied for my lips. I was accused of having fish lips and always told that my lips were too big. And I know by today's standards, that's laughable because full big lips are far more trendy and considered beautiful now than they were in the late 70s and early 80s. So I've been very sensitive towards them. I don't find them, or I haven't ever thought of them as a strong feature for me to play up. So I usually just wear lip balm or a very neutral lip color that just kind of blends in with everything. But I've always loved that, that French girl look with the winged eye and a strong lip. And it just never felt right for me. And I've seen other people who can pull off a bold lip, and I'm like, oh gosh, I can't find a red lipstick that looks nice on me. And I have tried, and I can never find the right thing. But since then, I've learned a little more about color theory and warm versus cool and what might look better on me. So I currently have 6 red lipsticks. And I know in my last video where I was talking about my plans for low buy, no buy, I said 5. And that's because I've recently, over the past month or so, collected 5 different ones. And then I went through my own collection and I found a 5th one that I must have had for many, many years. So I now have 6, and we're gonna have a go and see what I like about them. And I think I can get away with all of these. Explain why I've made the choices that I have, and hopefully you'll agree that they are good on me, because I'm not even completely convinced. I did wear one to work one day, and I was so mentally aware of my mouth, and I was stressed out about, is it smudged? Is it weird? It's so, you're like, oh gosh, I don't know. Does it look wrong? Like with red lips, I feel like they have to look perfect all the time. You can't have a snack. You can't rub your lips for, several hours and not have patchiness and have them not look perfect. And I think maybe that's where my problems are, is that I think that your red lips have to look perfect all the time. And if there's any kind of straying, then it's a fail. So I play it easy, and I wear neutral colors or simple tones, so that if I do eat something, or I have had a dry lip day or something, I can just, not worry about it. It'll just almost look like a simple lip liner. So I'm going to try and overcome this fear. I have a fear of red eyeshadow, and I guess I've always had a fear of red lipstick as well. So, because I don't want to play up my mouth as a feature. Of the ones that I've gotten, they range from quite bright orangey red to a muted burgundy red. And I stayed on the warmer end because I tend to prefer warmer tones on my skin tone. I am a neutral skin tone, but very cool pinks don't look right on me. I try and go as close to, if you look at my lip tone or my natural cheek, and like I have blush up here, but this redness that you're seeing here, that's kind of close to my natural flush of face. And it tends to be a lot more plummy mauve toned. So with my 6 lippies, I only have 2 lip liners. And I think that these will be enough for those colors that I have. Now, one of them is new, and the other one I've had for a long time. I don't know when I bought this. I have no idea. So this one's the Maybelline Superstay liner. This one's in number 46, and it just says red, has nothing else to define it. And this one is by Lunar Beauty. And I bought this very recently in the Glam Raider sale where everything was $10. So I got the lip liner and the matching lipstick. And this color is called Tias. It's a very bright orangey one. So I think for the three colors that I have that are more bright orange color red, this one will be great. And then for the warmer toned ones that are darker, more burgundy, this one will be good. So I'm going to start bright and then go to dark. Now, having watched a few YouTube videos about how to wear a bold lip, one of the things that they say that was new information for me because I didn't know is one, I don't normally wear a lip liner, and two, if you've got older lips like me and wrinkles and lines around your lips like me, then using your lip liner, not only to line your lips, but also on the whole lip, makes the color last longer, and it's supposed to reduce that I just ate all my lipstick off look. So I'm going to try that. The other thing that I've seen from Lisa Eldridge and Glam Girl Gabby and a few others is not to go all the way into the corners, just to keep it on here to here and here to here, not to bring it in, because, you know, as we get older, and certainly in my case, my mouth tends to drop down and I don't want to accent a frown. And I'm not good at this. I'm going to try and keep my head up so you can see what I'm doing. I don't have a very defined Cupid's bow. And I don't want to overline too much. You can see how orange that one is. This is the Tias by Lunar Beauty, which is Banny MUA's brand. There. Just kind of bring it down, I guess, cover the whole lip. And this is just supposed to be, because these are waxier than the lipstick, that they last longer. I don't know. Is that right? You just bring it over but blot it. You can see so much of my, oh, jeez, no. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. This is what I do. I'm just such a muck. I have to touch everything. All right, that's quite orange. It's quite orange, I'm not gonna lie. I actually quite like, this is quite a fun one. When I first got this, I was like, okay, how do I open it? I can't, there's no pull. It's all one solid tube. And then I thought, well, the only interesting thing on it is this little impression. So you squeeze it, oh, and it pops out. And it's so cool. That's neat. I quite like that. That feels luxe. I throw away the box. The outside packaging isn't fun, but this packaging is fun. Okay, so it has, I don't know if you can see it. It has this, has embossing on it. So, I mean, a lot of thought's gone into this. For 10 bucks, I paid 10 bucks for it. And that's Aussie bucks. That's Aussie dollars, so it's less in US. So I'm just going to use it from the bullet. I don't know. What I would have done previously is, now they're slanted, like lippies are slanted and they have a tip. I would use that to line my lips, and I don't know if that's a no-no. Not a bad formula, that. It's a little, feels a little dry. Alright, you can see it goes flat. And you can tell I'm right-handed because the other side's not so bad. Just gonna get a Q-tip and just tidy that line. I won't stress it too much, but take the glasses off. What do you think? Is that too orange for me? Does it clash with teeth? People are always like, oh, it makes your teeth look funny. I don't know. I don't wear orange shirts because I think they make my teeth look yellow. Am I too pale for this? I mean, I kind of like it as long as I don't have, I mean, you're making your lips the feature, so it doesn't really matter what else. As long as I don't, it doesn't like pull all the color out of my face. I don't know. You tell me. Well, we can rate them out of 1 through 6 and tell me which ones you like. But this one's number 1. Yeah, that's the first one. That's by Lunar Beauty. It's called Tias. All right, second one, I'm going to go back in with the Tias lip liner. And the second one is by NYX. It's this suede one. And it's called Kitten Heels. And it's a similar red, but it's not as orange. So if you see them together, so that's the NYX, that's the Manny Lunar Beauty one. So you can see this one's a little more red. That one's more orange leaning. All right, trying to get that on. I'm noticing that this is now starting to kind of cling onto the center of my top lip. And I don't know why, but my top lip has a defining line anyway, and it's 2 different colors. So it has 2 different colors, 2 different textures. And this is just kind of gripping right onto that center line where the textures change. That's the NYX one, Kitten Heels. Go right in from the bullet. The Lunar Beauty one didn't have a smell. This one has a slight powdery, perfumey smell. I'm not usually a fan of matte lipsticks because I'm so prone to dry lips. And I have a scar right here that if my lips get too dry, it just splits. My whole lip will split. Let's tidy up my errors. There we go. Now, is it much different from the other one? Ultimately, I don't know, because I put the Tias underneath it. Is it going to change the full tone of the lipstick? I think it's definitely a different tone. This is much more bright cherry color. It's kind of in that neon. I mean, both of them are almost leaning into that neon end of tone. How's it go with the teeth? 53. My teeth are real. They're gonna have a bit of yellowing. They're made of bone after all. That's the second lipstick. That's the NYX Suede Kitten Heels. All right, moving on to the third one, I'm gonna change to the other lip liner because this one isn't as orange leaning. So you can see it's much more that cherry red, but not as cherry as the NYX. So see the two together. That one's definitely moving off of that orange. So I think that lip liner goes better with this and then the rest of the colors coming. So this one is by Rimmel and it is number 510. Mayfair Red Lady is what it's called. You see this one's a much bluer toned red than the other one, which was much more orange. And just talking, I just went mucked up my lip. Don't apply lip liner and speak at the same time. Lessons we are learning. And this one looks like it's a much more satin. I'm just gonna go in straight with the bullet. This one smells like hand lotion. It's like your generic, that, you know, yeah. Much creamier, much nicer on the lip than the other two. Do you notice tooth difference? So this was number 3 by Rimmel, number 510 Mayfair Red Lady. And the last, the next 3, these are all by L'Oreal Color Riche. These are all 3 of these are L'Oreal Color Riche ones. This one is 377. This one's called Perfect Red. It was quite a bold claim. It's not as creamy as the Rimmel. But they claim that these Color Riche ones, they have a lot of lasting power. It's like a light satin, so it's not a full matte, but it's not a creamy formula either. There we are. So that's the L'Oreal Color Riche Perfect Red. 2 more to go. These L'Oreal ones, they do have a smell and a flavor, and all I can say is it just reminds me of grandma kisses. You ever get a big old lipstick kiss from your grandma? It's that kind of florally memory, smell, scent, flavor. So that's just a base of the lip liner. And now I'm going in with L'Oreal number 300, Le Rouge Paris. So we'll see, we're getting warmer or darker or both. And so that's the one I had on before. That's the 300. And now we're down here. And if you want to just see where we started, so we started with the Lunar Beauty, and now we're down here. So it's quite a difference. And this really matches the lip liner. Can't even color in the lines. I have to say, this is where I start to feel like, ooh, I like this one. This one feels like the right color. We're getting into where I don't feel like I'm standing outside my comfort zone as much. I mean, I'm still uncomfortable. Red lipsticks still make me uncomfortable because they're so spready. There we go. I don't think it's making my teeth look any different than the other ones. L'Oreal Color Riche 300 Le Rouge Paris. All right, next one is the last one. And this is the one I forgot that I purchased within 2 minutes of having bought it and thought that when I had accidentally stolen it when I got home. Yeah, that happened. You know, I was really worried that by this point that I would be quite stained and sore and everything, but it's not been that bad, I have to admit. I'm doing all right. Last go with the Maybelline Color Stay lip liner. Last color is going to be the L'Oreal Color Riche 1990. So we've got the base of the Maybelline, and I'm going to go in with the bullet. And just putting this one on I feel much more comfortable with this shade of red. Tidy my messy application. That is the L'Oreal Color Riche 1990. I think it makes my teeth look better, to be honest. And it's the color I actually feel the most comfortable wearing. I do quite like this one. I wouldn't want to go too much darker either than this. I find a lot of the blackberry shades are too deep on me, and as soon as I get to it's like a tipping point where the darker a lipstick is, the smaller it makes my lips. And I don't need to worry about having big lips or small lips anymore because I'm not in primary school and I don't need to listen to those bratty kids. Only my own little bratty kid inside. Tell me which one you liked the most. If you've got a favorite, let me know. And thank you for hanging out with me while I have a look at this and see how it goes. I'm definitely probably going to see a lot more differences as I edit the video than I do if I just look in the mirror in the bathroom. Yeah, this has been an interesting little experiment to see. I kind of like them all, I'm not going to lie. I feel this one's safer, so I have to be in a very brave mood to go for the very neon-y orange end of the ones that I've liked, but I do like them all. I think what I need to do is actually do a wear test and just for the next 6 days, wear one every day and see how I go. I think that would be an interesting challenge. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 6 lippies. For the next 6 days, I'm going to wear one each day and see how I feel about them throughout the day and see if they have any, adverse effects on my lips. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate your company. And if this is something that you are interested in, then, give a like, have a subscribe. My name's Livy, and I will be back again soon. I'll be doing more of my just everyday quick little morning makeup looks. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Goodbye. And a neutral lip. My voice just did a weird thing.